Everybody, give me a couple of moments to get things finished setting up here. I just maybe my problem with applications not launching properly was memory corruption or something. So I logged out and logged back in. And of course, it means I get to reload everything, which I'll live with. But it's going to take some time. There are a couple of things I'm thinking, maybe I should run that in a virtual machine on another computer and then just view the window here. And maybe I'll be doing that with browsers and stuff at some point in the not too distant future. But for the moment, let me get all right. Let's see. By the time I get to it, it will be fine. And now we'll get to Oh. Man, why? There we go. Okay, I have two puzzles today. The first is a easy puzzle, 690. And the second is a medium puzzle, 690. You would presume that the easy puzzle will be easier. And I kind of hope that it will be at some level, but at the same time, it's not a given. There is some randomness involved. Additionally, what's easy for some people may not be as easy for somebody else. All right. As usual, once I hit the validate, if it validates, you've got about 20 seconds before I start. And it validates. So have at it. Grab a screenshot. Do some solving on your own. Don't recommend using a marker on your screen, but that's up to you. Especially not if it's not your computer screen. All right. This one's going to be a 1. One of these two is going to be a 1. Got 3 possibilities here. 3 here. 3, no. 1 here. Cleans up that one. All right, how about 2? Well, one of these two is a 2. One of these two is a 2 and gives us these two as possibilities. I've got 3 possible 2s here. And similar, well, 4 possibles here. And now we move to 3s. This one's going to be a 3. One of these two will be a 3. I've got 3 possibilities here. 3 possibilities here. And one of these two will be a 3, which means that's a 3, that's a 3, and that's not. 2 4s. We get a 4 here. One of these 3 is a 4. 2 possibilities here. 2 possibilities here. And looks like 6 possibilities or 5 possibilities here. All right, 5. And those same 5 locations could all potentially be a 5. This one's going to be a 5. Means I've got 6 possibilities for a 5 in this square. 2 down here. That means this one's going to be a 5, and these two are not. That means one of these two will be a 5. I've got 5 possibilities here. All right, 6s. One here. Nothing helping there. Looks like we've got 4 possibilities. Here we've got 4 possibilities. Here we just got 2, but not even that because that is now a 2, that's going to be a 6, which means that's not. And I end up with 4 possibilities here. Down here, we've got 2 possibilities, so that one's not a 6. And it looks like I've got 2 possibilities here, meaning this one's not a 6. So we've just got those 2 there. Down here, that can't be a 6. So I've got 4 possibilities here. All of these potentially are 6 in this square. And that's it for 6s. Got a 7 here, leaving us with 2 possibilities of a 7 here. 2 possibilities here as well. Here we've got 2 possibilities. We've got 5 possibilities here, 2 possibilities here. And everything's available here, which may mean, yes, this one's going to be a 7. Because it can't be an 8, can't be a 9, and we've been through all the other numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One of these 2 is a 6. Also, one of these 2 is a 2, but that doesn't matter. We got an 8 and a 9, which means that's a 7. So this is not a 7. And neither is that. And here we end up with, we got a 7 there. All right. 8. We got an 8 going in here. One of these 3 is an 8. Here we've got 4 possibilities. 2 possibilities here. 2 possibilities here. Locked up down in this row. I think that means we're on to 9s. So up here we've got one of these 2 is going to be a 9. One of these 2 is going to be a 9. That can't be a 9, that's a 9. So this is a 7 and this is a 9. That can't be a 7 anymore, so that's a 7. And did we have a reason? That can't be a 9 because, we got a 9 down here. I missed. So this one gets to be a 9. That means this is a 9. This is going to be a 4, so this is an 8. That can't be an 8 now. 1, 6, 7, and 1, 6, and 7 are the ones left in this area here. I only have 3 possibilities here. So it can't be a 7. And we're down to 3 possibilities. 2 of them are 4 and 5. So 4s don't get to be in here. And really can't block out the 6s yet. How about this one here? I got a standalone 5 at the moment. I don't see that I marked all the 9s in. No, I did not, and that's going to be a 9. So 5, 2, 3, this can't be a 7, so that's a 5. This is a 7. So not a 5 in these 2, so I've got a 2, 3, 2, 3. And that takes care of that for now. All right. 6, 2 here, so these can no longer be 6s. This gets to be a 6. These two don't. This gets to be a 2, and this a 5. 2 and a 6 down here. We've got an 8, a 6 here. And we got some stuff to clean up. 2s. Yep. Can't have 2 in there. Can't have a 5. So we've got a 4, 8. Can't have an 8. So this is a 4. Nope. 4. This is a 7. That means this is not a 7. This is going to be a 6, a 1, a 6 here. Clean up the 6s here. That's 1, and that's an 8. Not an 8 there. That makes that into an 8. This can't be a 4, so it's 5. 4 and 5 are gone there. 6 going in there. 1 here. That makes this into a 5. This can't be a 6, so it's a 2. And this becomes a 6. This can't be a 2, so it's a 3, and this becomes 2. 6s are not valid here. So I've got a 4, 5 in both, but this can't be a 5, so that's a 4, and that's a 5. So not a 5 here or here. This can't be a 3. This can't be a 4, so that's a 3, and that's a 4. And we completed this in 10 minutes and 17 seconds. Make sure I'm still streaming. We're going to play again, and another create custom. And now we pull up the medium. I need the hard left up on my screen, or the easy left up on my screen. So 7, 1, 3 and 6, 2 and 4, 4 and 8, 9, 6, 3, 1, 2, 6, 5, 1, 6, 5, 2, 3, 5, 2, 8, 6, 2, 9, 8. And again, check mark. If it validates, I wait 20 seconds before I start solving. And it validated. So give yourself a chance to see if you can solve this. And 20 seconds to run. One of these two is a 1. 4 possibilities here. 6 possibilities here. And let's see, one of these 4 will be a 1. And we got 4 possibilities here too. And one of these 2 is going to be a 1. One of these 2 is going to be a 2. Since this one is a 2, this is not, that's a 2, and that becomes a 1. So we can clean up these ones up here. And let's see. This one becomes a 2, and so does this one. And 2s are completely done on the board. One of these 2 is going to be a 3. Apparently it's not this one, so that one's going to be a 1. This will be a 3. We'll get a couple more ones to clean up off the board. And let's see, we've got 3 possible places for 3 here. 2 possibles over here. 3 possibles here. And 2 possibles here. With 3 possibles. And that's going to do for 3s. How about 4s? One of these 2 is a 4. I've got 2 possibilities for 4 here. And 4 possibilities here. And looks like I've got 4 possibilities for 4 here. 3 possibilities up here. And that means one of these 3 is a 4. Here we've got 4 possibilities. And that's it for 4. How about 5? Get a 5 here, another one here, and one down here, meaning I've got 2 possible 5s here. And let's see. Looks like I've got 3 possible 5s here, 3 possible 5s here, 4 possible 5s here, 3 possible 5s here, and yep, I've got all of these could potentially be a 5. All right, 6s. This one gets to be a 6. That means one of these 2 is a 6. This one's a 6, so this is not. That makes that a 6. And we end up with a 6 here as well. All right, 7s. One of these 2 is going to be a 7. This one is a 7. Down here, I've got 3 possibilities. And here as well. Here, I've got 4 possibilities of 7. And down here, likewise, 4 possibilities. I got these 2 marked. I've got no restrictions on 7s in that square. And it looks like none in this square either. All right. One of these 2 is an 8. That's not going to be an 8. That means this is an 8. All right. That makes one of these 2 an 8. One of these 2 is an 8. Got 2 possibilities up here as well. This one can't be an 8, so that, nope, that's not an 8. I've already got an 8 in a square. Never mind. One of these 4 is an 8. And now we are down to 9. I've got a 9 here. That makes this one into a 9. 4 there, so clean up 4 there. And the 4 here. And this becomes a 4, it looks like. Not a 4 here. This becomes a 4, and I get a 7, 5 pair down here, making, okay, let's mark the possible 9s here, and here. Seven, 5, 7, 5, so not a 7 or 5, not a 7. This is a 9, 3, 9, 3. Let's go with it. 7, 4 pair here means these 2 can't be 7 or 4. And that looks like about all I can do cutting that up. here. We need to clean this up. Hey. Ooh. So we got a 1, 2, 3. 4 is a possibility here. No, it's not. 4 here. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8. That makes this into a 9. One of these 3 is a 9 as well. Okay. Seven, 3, 7, 3, 7, 3. One of these is not like the other. This can't be a 5. So one of these 2 is a 5, a 7. A possibility. 7, 5, 1, 7, 5, 1, 7, 5. Okay, here's the problem I'm seeing. A 7, 3 and a 7, 3 here, plus a 7, 3 here. I can clean up over here. That gets 4 and a 1 potentially. But I'm missing something in here. Otherwise, this 5 is really easy. All right. 1s are over here. 2. One of these is a 3. That is a possibility for 3. 4. Well, these can be a 5. But a 6. In this place. 3 possibilities. 7. 8 is going to be one of these 2. And I've got an 8 down here. I got a 9 up here. I've got 9 there. Okay, is this valid? So we got a 1, 2, 3 here. 4 here. Looking to see if the 5 is right. 6, 7, 8, and 9. So yes, 5 there, not a 5. 8 there, 4 here. So not a 5 here. Also not a 5 here. This becomes a 5. And we just have the 3 missing digits there. I don't have any extra shortages. I'm still not happy with this setup. What am I missing here? That could be in this place. How about that 3? Is there any reason that can't, or that has to be, but that has to be. 3 is valid. What here? Do you have anything else that, so we've got a 1, 2. 3 is a potential valid. 4, 5, and 6 are visible. 7 was a potential valid. 8, 9 is viable. And here, and here. And over here, they can be dropped into any of those 3. All right, now we're not looking at that problem. This is now going to be a 9, though. So we can clean up these 2. and these two, and that becomes a 9. With the 7-3 pair now, I clean up the 7s, and that turns that into a 4. That becomes a 1. And this becomes an 8. Not an 8 here. We got a 1-5 pair here, not a 5 here. Go back to the 7-3 pair, which is fine. Okay, we can clean up the 4s here. Clean up the 7-1, that can't be a 1, so that's a 7. This is a 1, this is a 3. This becomes a 7. Oh, nope, can't be a 7. Also can't be a 3. Oh, that can't be a 1 now. Alright, besides this one being a 7, can this be something other than a 7 here? So we got 1, 2. Oh, this could potentially be a 3. 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, one of these two is an 8. And this one can't be a 3 because of the 3 up here. Can't be an 8 because of this one here. So this becomes a 7, and these are 8 3s. And this is not a 7, this is not a 7. And we end up with a 1 5, 1 5, 3 5, so that becomes a 3. This becomes a 7, and this becomes a 3. Not a 3 here. Not a 7 here. So we can make that into a 7. Got a 1 5 pair here, not and a 9. Not a 9 here or here. This becomes a 3. Not a 3 there or there. 7 and 5. 7 5, 7 5, 9, because the 3 is not valid anymore. And neither of these can be 9, so that becomes an 8. This becomes a 3. Okay, not an 8 here. And this 9 says that can't be a 9. So it looks like that gets to be our 8. Not an 8 here. 3 and 8 here. 1 9, 1 9, 7 4, 7 4. That says in these 7s can't be 7. Okay. This is 7. And this is 7 would be okay. But I'm left with 4. I can't work with that. All right, I am kind of flummoxed here. Let's clear the board and start over. That was 16 minutes. We get to add that to what we end up. And let's start with 9s this time instead of what? 3 possibilities for a 9 there. 4 here. 2 here. 4 possibilities. 5 possibilities here. And here as well. Here we get 5 possibilities. And just those 2, 6, 7 possibilities here. 8. One of these 4 is going to be an 8. Got 2 possibilities here. 2 possibilities for an 8 there. This one gets to be an 8. That means one of these 2 is an 8. And it looks like I've got 4 possibilities here. What are these 2's? 8. All right. 7s. One of these 4 is going to be a 7. Here we've got 5 possibilities. 4 possibilities here. Everything's an opportunist here. Three possibilities here. 6 possibilities here. And it looks like all 6 of these could be a 7. And 7 of these could be 7. All right, 6 of it. That's going to be a 6. That will be a 6. As will that. And that. And 6s are completed on the board. 7. 5. We get 3 plus 5s here. 2 plus 5 here. Not a 5. Those. Not a 5 there. Three plus 5 here. 4 plus here. And that's going to do it for 5. 4. So one of these 3 is going to be a 4. I've got 3 possibilities here for a 4. And looks like everything's an opportunist for a 4. All right. I think that's going to do for the moment. How about 3? We got 3 possibilities here. 3 possibilities here, 2 possibilities here, 3 possibilities here, and it looks like I've got 4 possibilities here, 3 here, oh, not a 3 here or here. So that's a 3. That and that are not. These two is. Okay, any place else? I think got 3s everywhere else. 2. This one gets to be a 2. This one gets to be a 2. This is a 2. One of these two is a 2. Not that. But that's. And now we go down to 1s. We'll get a 1 here. One of these 3 is a 1. One of these 2 is a 1. This becomes a 1. One of these 2 is a 1. And we're back to the 3 possibilities of 1. All right. Okay. 1. Yep. 4 and 7. Not a 7. Not a 4 up here. Got a 9 here. And looking across, I already have a 7 in the square. Have a 4 down here. That means the only thing left is the 9. I think we've got a 5 here. 8 there, so that doesn't affect anything there. However, this looks like it's a standalone 4. Let me do a quick validation on it. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 are all visible, so 4 there, 9 here, and 7 here. Clean up the 7s here, clean up the 9 and the 4. Ah, this becomes an 8, and this a 4. So not a 4 here or here. 7 is, and 7's here. All right, this becomes a 5, not a 5 here. Okay. Hey, 7, 5 pair here, so 7 and 5 are not options. 9's free pair. One of these two is going to be a 5, so we can eliminate 5 there. My apologies, apparently I got plenty of stimulation outside and my brain is saying I need to go process this. Okay, this is the only 4 here. So that's not a 4. That makes it 4. So these two become not 4s. All right. I know I'm using that phrase. Oh, may not mean exactly what I think it. All right, 5 or 7 3 7 3. That means this becomes a 9. Not a 9. Not a 9. Not a 9. Not a 9. Also not a 9. Here or here becomes a 3. So not a 3. Not a 3. That makes this into a 3, making this a 7. 7, not a 7. Not a 3 here either. Not a 4 either. So that's an 8. And if the 8s, giving us a 1 here, 4 here, and this becomes an 8. 7 5, 7 1 5, 7 1, 7 3. And alone 3 for that. Therefore, this becomes a 3. Oh, hey, not an 8. That makes that a 9, and this is 7. Not a 7, not a 7. Hey, not a 7 here either. That's a 7 now. And this becomes a 5. 9 dropping in here. This can't be a 3, so it's a 7, and this is a 5. And that turns this into a 3 and this into an 8. This becomes a 9. All right. Not a 9 in either of these. That makes this a 9. This becomes a 1. 5 and 1 here. 8 and 1 here. And a 5 and a 7 down here. Okay, 13 minutes plus 16 minutes. That took me 28 minutes and like 44 seconds. I do not cheat on myself and not remember the missing or the time that I restarted the game. The game may think it's okay to do it, to forget about that attempt, but I don't. Because I spent the time on it. I better record it. I hope you have a good day. That your day tomorrow is as bright and sunny as mine will be snowy. Or if it isn't snowy, a better day for you as well. Thank you very much.